Hi Flosstube, I'm Lori Schickalone and welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. I hope you had a nice time with me the last time and you're back for a little bit more of seeing what I've been up to. There's a lot I want to tell you about and there's a lot to show you. I'll make it really quick with a little update. I have my notes here so I don't forget anything, but the first thing I want to start with is thank you for subscribing to my channel and coming back every couple of weeks and leaving me comments, whether you leave them or not. Thank you for watching my videos. Some of those comments, I am touched by them. They mean a lot to me, so thank you for those that do take the time to comment. And I just enjoy doing this. I'm keeping it drama-free, so if you want any drama, this is not the place to come. Alrighty. So what have I been up to? Well, in 2 days, today's Thursday. Oh, I forgot to say, this is Flosstube number 34, and it's June 27th, Thursday. In 2 days is Amy's bridal shower, so we've been doing the last bit of preparation on that. We've also been working with, for Rebecca's baby shower. And I'm going to show you this real quick because I don't want it to do a screen saver where this would be in the background. And these are the diaper cakes that I have been talking to you about, made out of diapers, for those that maybe haven't seen them. I mean, I've attached a few different things around the cake. I don't know how it's showing up, and little booties on the top. And that was the first one. And the second one is a little teddy bear at the top. Let's see, can I get this in the picture? And just a little, these were like Jolene's, I think, from the craft booking section that we attached to this. And Rebecca's mom and I worked on these diaper cakes. So I just want to take them off camera so that sometimes they might get a notice that I have a video up, even though they don't watch it most of the time because they hear it from me directly. I just don't want them seeing, you know, like missing out on a surprise. Alrighty, so, okay, I've got called to grand jury duty beginning in July. I think July 9th is the day I have to go, and they put you in a room and they decide who's going to be serving on grand jury duty, and that's 2 days a week for 9 weeks. And I don't think I'm allowed to bring a needle into the building. I think they let you bring crochet needles and maybe knitting needles, but I don't think they let you bring a sewing needle for some reason. So that would be a bummer, especially at lunchtime. But anyway, and hopefully, I don't know, I'll get chosen. I won't get chosen. It is what it is. I will deal with it. Alrighty, another thing that I wanted to speak to you about were these bags that people have seen me take my cross stitching out of, and I purchased them through Amazon, and they're Ofilon, O-F-I-L-O-N B4. And that's 15.4 by 11, and I always said they're $9.99 for 10. Somebody asked me about them in my last video, and I went back on Amazon because I don't remember, you know, like I do put it down at the bottom when somebody asks about it, but I don't always remember. So this is, let's see if it'll, that's the information, and they've gone up. They've gone up to $11.99 for 10 bags. So I just thought I'd put that out there. The price did go up $2 since I bought them, and I bought 40 of them at the time because you know, affordable for me. So that's it. And another thing that I made, my friend Alva gave me a ball of yarn and a little dog head, and she says, I'm not going to do this, I think you will. So here it is, a little hat, and the dog head. I stuffed it with tissue paper to hold it upright so that I can pack it. And this dog has an expression that reminds me of my son Michael and Rebecca, my daughter-in-law's dog, Ozzy. He looks a little mischievous to me. So and the thing is, you can, let me take this out. You just tie it in there. It's like a soft rubber button, and you pull it through the front, you put the button on, and then you tie it. And I just tied it in a bow because they can always take this out and put it in any knit hat that the baby might wear. This was the smallest size on the pattern, so it might be a little big for an infant, but I said to my husband, you know, they can always change the head out and put it in another hat. And he says if Ozzy lets them, if he doesn't get to it first. Alrighty, so right on to what I've been stitching. So I'm going to show you what progress I've made on the stitching since my last video, and then I'm going to go right into Christmas stitching in July. Okay, so I worked on RETM, AURYTM chart Joy, and that's the picture of it. And I did get accomplished what I had hoped, and that was the Y and that bottom motif, and then I also was able to start this motif. So the Y, finished that motif, moved on to this one and that. So, okay. So that was, now for those that are new to my channel, I work on a 2-day rotation. I work on something for 2 days and then swap it out for the next one. This was a, excuse me, a 2-day, well actually it didn't take me but 2 days. It is the Birdcage Biscornu. The first time I started this was April, and I finished the top part, and then I just had the back to do. So this was the front part, and then this is the back. And I had said that I was thinking of bringing this to the New Jersey retreat, and hopefully somebody would help me complete it. And Kim, Crafty Kim from Canada, said she would be happy to show me how to finish it. So I'm going to bring everything that I need to finish it, and hopefully I won't forget anything. If so, there's stores nearby. The next one I worked on was the Primitive Hair Snow White, and there's a lot of stitching in her dress to fill in, and that's basically what I was trying to accomplish. I did the center section here. I did all that. I brought that tree down and over a little bit, and this side, I finished this side. So I have the other side to complete, and then the tree across the bottom, and this is the whole piece so far, and then the deer in the picture. So I was thinking of bringing this to stitch on at retreat, if I can work the deer in the outline and then fill in over there. That's a possibility. The next one, which I will be bringing to retreat, is Home of a Needleworker. It's a Little House Needlework piece. And the last time you saw it, I had the top border, the house, and part of this vine. So I finished that vine and the leaves, and I got to Home of a Thread and Scissors. So I'm enjoying this. I love working on this fabric. It's this one is 16 count to bloom by Picture This Plus, and I really like it. So I'm hoping the piece that I'll be able to save from here, I'll be able to use it for another piece because I like it a lot. Okay, next was Liberty Lane. I think I only worked on this one day and maybe a little bit more. I know there were 2 days that I didn't stitch at all because of family obligations and stuff. And this time I finished the center house. That's all I got accomplished. And this is on 28 count cinnamon roll. I think that's what it's called. And that was from Needleworker's Delight. Love this. Tra-la-la. I think that translates to Easter hunt. And I just love this. And it's finished. Look how cute. And I'm contemplating a flat fold finish. But that won't happen for a while with the showers and jury duty and not knowing what I'm going to be doing. I just feel a little crazy. Let's see. This one is the Early American series, and I just finished Martha Washington's house. There's her house. Finished her and just started a tad of Nathan Hale's block. I hope you can see that. There you go. There's Nathan Hale, and that's what I've gotten accomplished so far. This is on 18 count Ada. I believe it's vintage Ada. And it's 18 count. I'm doing 2/1, but sometimes it feels like I'm tugging a little bit, like it's not a fast, easy stitch by no means, even if it is on Ada. Lost a pattern in there. Okay, that was what I've been up to. I have a couple of more days. I decided that I took out Lindy Stitch's No Place Like Home Except Grandma's that I might work on tonight. So I'll do some stitching tonight and tomorrow night. And then Saturday is the shower. Sunday I have a baby shower of another family member. So I don't know how I'm going to be when I come home, if I feel like stitching or not. So if I do, awesome. If I don't, I'll just wait till Monday. And that would probably be July 1st. And the first one I'm going to start off with is Hand in Heart, Jolly Holly Holiday. And I'm doing it on a 28 count ivory Lugana, which is, I have a small piece in this envelope that will be more than enough for that. So that'll start it. The next one is a Brenda Gervais, and it is Candy Cane Wishes. I love this pattern. Everybody was doing it when it first came out, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it done when everybody else did, so I just decided to do it when I could. And I'm doing this on, I don't know if you can tell, that's it's like a green sage. There you go, maybe a little bit better there. Something very similar to what's called for in the, or looks like in the picture. The next one is Year of Celebrations, and this time I'm going to do December, which is up and down in there. Merry December with the 2 elves' feet and presents. Next, this, I don't know, I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do them individually. It's Waxy Moon Designs, the Christmas House Trio. And I've been contemplating which one to start with. I think I'm going to start with the top one that says Christmas. And I think I'm going to do it individually. And this is an 18 count Ada in light taupe. See if I put a white piece of paper. It looks a little gray on the camera, but it's really more in the brown family. So that one's next. This one is Country Cottage Needleworks, Merry Christmas. And I'm doing this on 14 count doubloon by Picture This Plus. You get a reflection, I guess, from my bag, from the window. I'm right in front of the window, and it's 5 o'clock in the evening, and the sun comes down on this side of the house. And the reason I'm filming so late in the day is because we're having the house sided, and all day long I hear banging and banging and banging, and I didn't think it was appropriate to videotape during that. So I ran upstairs. Well, first I ran downstairs, and I says to my husband, I'm going to tape a Flosstube video. And he goes, now? Because he's used to me doing it first thing in the morning or thereabouts. And I said, yeah, it's quiet, and I need to do one before July starts. The next one is Bent Creek Winter Arches. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do the tree on both ends or just one tree. I'll play it by ear. I'll see how I'm enjoying it. And this is going to be done on 16 count parchment. It's funny because in real life, this fabric almost looks like a lighter shade of this piece of paper. But on camera, it's really, really light. It's not anyway, it's called parchment. I don't know if you do that. Sometimes, because a lot of it is done on linen, I look for colors from the picture that resemble the fabric that I'm going to be using, and I hope for the best all the time. The next one, which I'm really excited to start, but it's a big project, so I know I'm not going to finish it. I was going to originally do it on 28 count mushroom Lagana, and I needed a piece that was 27 by 21, and this is Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. And I didn't want to do it on a very dark fabric, so I wanted to do it on this mushroom Lugana, but I realized this piece is like a couple of inches too short, I think, in length. So what I did have was Springfield Sage, which is, well, has a greenish tint to it. Now, if you put them together, this is the mushroom, this is sage, which is, to me, is looking like a little bit blue on camera, but it's really green. And this piece is large enough. I called up needleworkers and told me that a shipment of fabric was supposed to come in either Thursday or Friday this week, and that he would email me if it came in. And I said, that's wonderful, I need this size. So it's not going to be one of my first rotations in the Stitching in July, but by the time I get to it, if the fabric comes in, I probably will do it on the mushroom color rather than the Springfield Sage. The next one is a Lizzie Kate, and this is Snowy String. Here you go. And I'm doing this on a smoky gray. And I'm hoping the white shows. That's my fear all the time, that when I stitch white, I want to make sure it shows. So if it does, I will continue to use this to finish this. The next is another Lizzie Kate, and it is the sleds. I did some sleds last year, and I went through my stash and I found these, and I'm like, oh, I love them. And I'm going to see how many I can do. I'd like to do at least one of each, and I'm going to do it on perforated paper and put them on sleds. the paper is under my mat here. I did not put it in the bag because I didn't want it to fold in any way before I stitched it. Okay, the next one is another Lizzie Kate, and this is Noel. And I will not be using these fabric that came with it. It's rather stiff. It's linen, and it's probably a 32 count. I have trouble, I'm trying a piece to see how I can manage with 32, and I don't know if it's because I'm doing 2/2 on 32. Maybe 1/2 might have been easier, but I'm not enjoying it. So why struggle? This is just a coffee tea dyed 18 count Ada that I coffee dyed myself, and that's what I will be making this pillow out of. It comes with all the other fabric pieces, and it should fit fine because I'm going lower in count, so we'll see. If not, I'm sure I'll have some piece of fabric that I can use to finish. The next is Little House Needleworks Winter ABCs, and I was going to do it on this again, Springfield Sage, and it's a long piece, and I think this will be really pretty. I can't really tell the color in this room, in this lighting, but it's called Springfield Sage, and I like that fabric. It seems to work out well with a lot of pieces, and it stitches really nicely. The next one is Christmas Land. This is Raise the Roof Design. Teresa was doing Vinette was doing a fundraiser where the proceeds went to a facility that helped animals, and I'm either going to do that on a 28 count Lugana in Legacy. I think this is what I'm going to do, because this one is Dirty Ada, 18 count Dirty Ada, and it's a bit stiff, so I'm leaning more towards this one, but time will tell. I put both of them in there, and at the last minute, if I make a change, and if not, I'll take that fabric out and put it with my stash for another one. At the Needle Fest that I attended, this was a free pattern that was put in our bags. It's a Sue Hillis, and it says "Have a Sweet Christmas," and I'm just doing that on a white 18 count Ada. I'm going through all the Christmas stitching that I'll be doing, that I will be pulling out. If I have these are basically the new starts that I'm going to be doing. But if any of my whips fit into that category, they're getting stitched as well. If as long as I didn't go over the number of days. So what I'd like to also get some stitching in, which I haven't done, is Joan Elliott's Snowman stocking. And the last time you've seen that, that's all I had done. He's a cutie pie. I do like doing the outlining as I go, so that at the very end I don't have just outlining. I do like seeing it come to life as I'm working. I will be also pulling, most likely, a Joy, because that's a Christmas piece that I showed you. I'll be hopefully getting some stitching in that. And I think I can say Snow White might fall in there, because snow, winter, Christmas, it's all in that same family. So those are all the projects that I will be starting and working on in Christmas Stitching in July. I will be back. I can't promise exactly when. It will be sometime in around the 15th, I'll say, of July, and I'll show you what progress I've made on all my stitching, and I'll let you know if, and the reason I say about that, because I don't know if I'll be chosen for jury duty, and all the showers will be over, so I hope to have stuff ready to share with you. Don't forget, Nicole Buckeye Stitcher is setting up the hashtag christmasstitchinginjuly on Instagram. Anybody that's stitching any Christmas, winter, anything that you'd like to share in that season, please post it, and we can all see each other. Even if you don't make Flosstube, that's even better, because we get to see what you're working on. So please, please, please share your work with us. Right now, StitchCon started. I believe it started either at 11 this morning or noon. They were opening the doors, so I'm sure everybody's there having a grand old time. I'm sure I would have loved to have been there, but yeah, can't all go all over. So I hope you enjoyed your visit with me today, and wish everybody at StitchCon a great time, and everybody else who couldn't make it, I hope you're enjoying your weekend, whatever you decide to do. I hope you get a lot of stitching in, family time, whatever is in your future. I hope it's all good and you have a great time. So on that note, I'm going to say so long and see you next time. Bye.